What's up, y'all? Jason here representing Raptor Reptiles, and today got myself into another project. As you know, Mello's already laid 4 clutches. I got another 2 what I believe to be gravid females. We'll release that in a couple other videos. Just want to make sure that the locks took and everything went well. So obviously I need more space. You know, I'm using low budget Incubator, but now that I'm kind of getting into the breeding, I was researching incubators, and they pretty much, to have a custom like nice size one like this made, they're about, you know, anywhere from like $550 to $650. So it's quite expensive. So pretty much what I did, you know, I watched a lot of videos, did a lot of research, saw what a lot of people were doing, and I found this nice wine cooler on Craigslist in my area. So it's perfect. It's got, you know, the glass here. It still does work. It's fully functional from the guy I got it from. He upgraded and got a better one, so I got it for cheap. So pretty much what I'm going to do here, it's quite heavy, as you can see. It's a pretty big incubator. I don't think I'm really going to ever outgrow this one, but it's about 30 inches high, about 20 inches long, and the depth is about 20 inches as well. So it's very nice size right here. I think it's going to be an awesome incubator. So I'm just going to make a quick video on how I'm doing mine, because mine's going to be sweet. I got LED lights. I got like nice computer fan on the way. I got my heat tape on the way. I got a Herpstat 1. Like, I think this thing is going to be the bomb right here. So all these components in here, pretty much, you don't have to necessarily gut them. This is just so big and heavy that I just want to cut the weight down in case I have to move it, just to make it easier. So I am going to gut this thing today. So that's pretty much your first step. If you buy either a mini fridge or wine cooler, some people actually use like actual beer coolers. I think this is going to be best for what I'm using, and the dimensions just worked out perfect. I couldn't turn down the deal. So yeah, I'm gonna gut this, and then we'll get back further into the video. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll bring you guys another exclusive Raptor Reptiles incubator. Alright guys, so we just finished gutting it, as you can see. So there's a couple holes over there that we're pretty much gonna run wires through eventually for the heat tape, the LED lights. Any other ones I'm gonna caulk closed. You can see the light all the way up at the top. We took that out, which works out perfect because I can run that line through the top of the fridge now underneath, so it'll look clean, and that's where my fans are going to be. So all the hot air that rises up, you know, it's going to equal it out, keep a nice circular motion. And then the back too, as you can see, we took all that stuff off, and it's a hell of a lot lighter now. Like, literally one person can carry this, you know, if you're pretty strong. 2 easily. So the compressor's out, everything's sealed off. So yeah, they came with some putty too that I actually ended up saving, that I'm going to use once I run the lines through. So that'll help keep the, you know, hot air in, and that's pretty much it. And then we'll just pretty much go step by step on what we're going to do next, and hopefully it's going to work out great. Alright guys, so as you can see, everything finally came in. I got my heat tape and everything. So the video would be too long if I went step by step with everything, so I'm just going to show you guys, you know, generally how it's going to look if you go with this build right here. So as you can see, I ran into an issue with, once I had received the heat tape, those holes were too little. So when I was looking at this specific wine cooler, there's some aluminum on it, so I had a hole saw that was for you know, PVC, wood and stuff like that. It wasn't rated for metal. So once I took off the top here, as you can see, it's just made out of some fiberglass, and then you get into the plastic, so it obviously cut through it like butter. So what I did was I did a little hole right here so that I could get the heat tape through, so this way I can run it really neatly out the back. I can put this original cover back on. It's going to look real neat. And I did take out the light This way I was able to put the fan, it fit perfectly where the light was right there. So what we did was I really just siliconed it to the top, so it actually is going to be perfect. So this way, obviously the heat rises, this thing has some nice airflow on it, it'll really circulate it, hopefully in a circular motion around the incubator. Obviously going to run some tests on it to make sure it runs perfect, but obviously the next step then I'm going to cut this heat tape, run it all the way down the middle neatly, and then we'll go from there. And then as you can see, I got these sweet outdoor LED lights that come with a remote, which is awesome. This way you don't have to keep opening and closing the incubator. I can literally just turn the lights on, make sure my eggs look good, make sure that the humidity is good. If there's too much condensation, then I can open it up. But yeah, these things are pretty legit, and they were like $20, and it came with everything. So obviously it's not sticking great here, so I'm also gonna silicone that as well. So that's pretty much gonna be what I added so far. So we'll get to it. I'll get to the heat tape, and then I'll show you guys that, and then obviously the final product. And then also something important was the fan pretty much came like this, with just this line right here. So I don't know much about computers, so I was able to go to a computer store and find, I guess this is like a 3-pin right here. So I got this connection here, it was like $2. It goes to here, and then it's an adapter, and then it goes into a 4-pin, I believe it's a Molex. So this way you don't have to splice any lines. I've been seeing a lot of people are splicing lines and doing different old chargers, but I figure this is going to be more clean, more legit. It's an actual real connection. And then I'll show you the AC DC converter that plugs into this, and then you can literally just plug it into a wall outlet, so it's going to be perfect. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's real clean and neat. So this will be for the heat tape, this will be for the fan. Down here I was able to get the LED through this hole, which is nice right here. And then now I just figured out what I'm going to use this little hole for. I'm going to use that for the thermostat. So I'll run that through, so this way it can hang right in the middle. But I'll show you that once we get to the thermostat. Alright guys, so we're just about done here. So pretty much I'll show you what we did, obviously with the heat tape and the light. So now that pretty much everything's in place here, we're just waiting for a little bit of the silicone to dry. These LED lights were great. It came with self-stick on it, but it just wasn't strong enough the way we had run it throughout the incubator. So we ended up having to silicone some of it. So we're just waiting for that to dry here. Obviously you can see how we did the tape here. I got the heat tape from Reptile Basics, and I just had them assemble it just to make it easier. So they just, you know, set that up there with the outlet for me. And then I pretty much just cut it to size here. I left a couple, you know, maybe like 3 inches here bare. And then the only other thing is, see where this gold is? That actually what heats up the heat tape. So apparently that's going to be a live connection. So I was told you have to put electrical tape around it so that it's not live. You don't get shocked once it's running. And then just in case it's not going to be burning through this plastic or anything like that. Not that it's going to get hot enough, but just as an extra safety precaution. But so far, I mean, it's rare. Like, I visualized this, and for it to come out like this, we didn't really run into that many issues. It wasn't as hard as I thought. So like I said, I watched a lot of videos, did a lot of research. I kind of just picked and pulled from each person until I kind of came up with my own style that I wanted to do. So we're pretty much gonna let this all dry, get ready to go, and then you know, we'll plug it in, we'll show it to you guys running. Hopefully the fan's gonna be perfect here, so I'm hoping that's gonna be nice. And then here's just the probe, and then I'll show you guys a thermostat I got. I actually got a good deal on it. I actually bought it from Herbstat, but it's called the Red Line. So this is gonna be pretty much in our bedroom. So I went with the red this way because at night, you know, red and black, it doesn't really disturb your sleep or anything. They have a blue one there, but blue is supposed to kind of disturb your sleep. So this is kind of, and I think this has a mode too where it's just kind of, it's running but the screen will be off, so I figure that'll be nice. So yeah, I went with that. They actually had a sale. I think I got like $15 or $20 off of it. Actually the sale just ended, so I don't know if they'll do it again, but I guess that's one of their newer ones. And then I have a couple other temperature gauges that I'm gonna put in here so we can get a real accurate reading. I'll show you that once it's all set up. But yeah, overall it wasn't that difficult. I think it came out great.
Go ahead.
Alright guys, so this is the incubator fully complete right here. Everything looks great. Everything's running correctly as it should. The only problem was I was having a little problem keeping with humidity, so I bought a little thing down here, just like a, planter's trough right here. I filled it with a little bit of water just to give this place a little bit of humidity, and you can see it's working. You can see there's some condensation over here, nothing crazy though, because the condensation inside of these bins seem to be holding. I did do 2 1/8 inch holes in each side, but I ended up covering them. So here's a pairing from Lily and Salem, you can see, and they all look great. Holding humidity. There's a little bit of condensation on there, I don't know if you can see, but perfect. And then just on these wine cooler racks, we just put a little bit of cardboard here, put a couple little slits in it, just so we got this fan running. It can kind of circulate the air. And then we got some more eggs over here and over here, so we got plenty. I don't think I'm really gonna outgrow this rack anytime soon. I don't really plan on it. Like I said, I'm more of a hobby breeder. You can see the LED lights are working perfect. And then if you want to get a shot of the fan, it's also a red LED fan and it works great. So I'm really happy with the way it came out. I put these water bottles down here just kind of for some extra insulation now that it's open right now. It'll kind of help maintain that temp in there, and they are. And you can see I even have a thermometer set in on one of the bins, and it's perfectly at 84 degrees where you want to incubate your eggs. So all in all, everything came out great. I'm more than happy with the product, and you can even see here the herp stat down here. Works great. Highly recommended. This is like one of the newer models, the red line. You don't have to go out and get this one. Just when I bought it, they offered a really nice deal, so I got it. But other than that, we got the controller here for the LED lights, and wasn't too expensive, and everything works great. So I have to say, if you can do it, and you're a little bit mechanically inclined, it's really not much to it. Sorry it wasn't really much of a tutorial video because I was kind of still learning, but there's plenty out there. You can get way more detail than what I gave you, but I just wanted to show you my final product. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We got plenty of eggs hatching. We got tons. We got a ton of littlest bubbas that'll be going up for sale. We should be going to some reptile expos coming up. So just don't forget, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I promise you guys I'll bring you like great knowledge. So stay tuned for more.